Welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, my name is Brandon and I sell men's clothing on eBay. This is day 25 of the What Sold series where I show you my daily eBay sales. Let's not waste any time, let's jump right into those sales. The first sale of the day is a Johnny O puffer vest in a men's 2XL. It took 16 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. Sale number 2 was a vintage champion jersey of Dennis Rodman. It wasn't a youth size XL and it did have a bunch of flaws on it. It still sold in 3 days for full price $25 plus shipping. Even being a youth size, if it was in better condition without the flaws, it would still sell for around 40 bucks. Sale number 3 was a vintage Fieldmaster knit sweater. It took about 5 months to sell and it sold for full price $25 plus shipping. I wouldn't suggest picking these up, but it was new with tags, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Sale number 4 was a great sale. It was a pair of Birdwell Beach breeches. These are swim trunks from the Birdwell Beach brand. They took 9 days to sell and they sold for a best offer of $65 plus shipping. I'll go ahead and show you guys the label. They are made in USA, I think actually in California. So if you don't live in California, you might not find these very often. Sale number 5 was a vintage Guess denim jacket. It wasn't a size men's small. It sold in 10 days for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. Sale number 6 was an REI Co-op shirt. It took 9 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $14 plus shipping. I remember picking this up at the thrift store a couple weeks ago and knowing that it wasn't going to sell that well, but the quality on it was so nice that I just couldn't leave it behind. Sale number 7 was a Lululemon t-shirt. It did have a little mark on the back of the left shoulder. So it sold in 8 days for a best offer of $18 plus shipping. This would normally sell in the $22 to $25 range without any flaws. Sale number 8 was a Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt. It did have a really good print on it. It was like super crazy, all kinds of different like paisley and different things in there. And it took 6 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $30 plus shipping. Sale number 9 was a new to me brand. It was called Scales. It was a polo shirt. I think they might only make polo shirts, but it took 5 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. Sale number 10 was a Levi's denim shirt in a men's 2XL. It took about 2 months to sell and it sold for full price $25 plus shipping. A lot of these Levi's denim shirts have been selling really well. It's a great bread and butter thing to find. You can find these at most thrift stores. Sale number 11 was an Ed Hardy t-shirt. It was new with tags and it did have a great print on it. It took about 7 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $40 plus shipping. Sale number 12. This isn't a brand I pick up very often, but I thought that this paisley print would do well, and it did. It sold in 1 day for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. This was an Allen and Flusser button-down shirt. And like I said, it did have a paisley print on it, which is what helped it sell so quickly and for a decent amount. Normally the Allen Flusser shirts go in like the $10 to $15 range, and they don't have a 100% sell-through rate, so they might take a little bit longer to sell. Sale number 13 was an Adriano Goldschmied pairs of pants. And it took about 4 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $10 plus shipping. They did have a very short inseam. They must have been hemmed. It was only a 27-inch inseam. Usually the longer inseams do better. This one also had a little mark on it, so just not a great item overall. Sale number 14 was a Rag & Bone button-down shirt. It took 3 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $21 plus shipping. Sale number 15 was a pair of cool Radical pants. They took 6 days to sell and they sold for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. They did have a few marks on it, or else they probably would have sold closer to about 40 bucks. Sale number 16 was a Ralph Lauren button-down shirt. This was one of the performance ones, and those sell much better than just the regular ones. This one took 4 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $23 plus shipping. Sale number 17 was another Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in not a great size. It was a men's small. It sold in 19 days for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. Sale number 18 was a Polo Ralph Lauren polo shirt. It took 3 days to sell and it sold for full price, $25 plus shipping. It did have a very boxy fit to it. I don't know if that was from being washed and dried or if just how it was cut, but I did even note that in the title because I wanted to make it very clear. I also added it in the description. This was one of the ones with many embroidery as well as patches on it, so these always tend to sell better for the Polo Ralph Lauren. Sale number 19 was a Patagonia wool jacket. It was like an overcoat type jacket, and it sold in 13 days for a best offer of $60 plus shipping. Sale number 20 was a Polo Ralph Lauren linen shirt. It took 25 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $22 plus shipping. Sale number 21, the final sale of the day as well as the best sale of the day, was an Adidas Y3 jacket, and it sold in 10 days for a best offer of $70 plus shipping. Anything Adidas Y3 is going to sell great. Here's what the tag looked like. And just keep an eye out for that because that is one of the few Adidas items that always seem to sell really well. That's it for the sales. Let's go ahead and jump into those numbers. On September 25th, we sold 21 items for a total gross sales of $791.11, giving us an average sales price of $37.67. As I always say, the selling costs and net sales numbers are never accurate, so let me go ahead and give you guys the actual ones. The total selling costs were $237.37. The breakdown for that is $94.24 in eBay final value fees, $130.13 in shipping labels, and $13 even for promoted listing fees. That's for 7 items of the 21 that sold via promoted listings. Like I say, I'm always happy to pay that extra 13 bucks or whatever it comes out to be to sell the promoted listing items. I promote all my listings at 5%. When we take away the selling costs as well as the taxes and fees collected by eBay from the gross sales, that'll give us our net sales of $513.73. We still need to take out our cost of goods, which for 21 items was $221.55, giving us an actual net profit of $292.18. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for day 26 of the What Sold series. Peace.